This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. House Republicans are remarkably bad at what they do. They're bad at their jobs. And I don't know if it's because they're bad at their jobs. I don't know what the reason is. If it's because that Republican voters are so stupid that they don't need to be good at their jobs, that anything they say will be believed by the horde of unwashed, low information voters that are contained by the Republican Party. Not all of them. There's a handful that have some ability to think clearly and think outside of conspiracy theories, who aren't driven by motivated reasoning. But it doesn't matter the reason. Republicans are bad at their job. They're trying to drum up and do another Benghazi here on Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. On Joe Biden, I'm not a giant fan of Hunter Biden, so it's not like he's being persecuted here. But it is a remarkable thing that they keep falling on their faces. They're having hearing after hearing. We have all this evidence, then there's no evidence. They'll even be called out by right-wing media, which leads me to this. That's a great segue. I didn't intend to. This is a headline from Fox News. Rarely do you see me read a Fox News headline and anything from a Fox News article, but I want to show that this is, even the conservative narrative here is this. Hunter Biden agrees to House Oversight Committee testimony. President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, faces allegations from Republicans that he used his father's positions in government to leverage business deals. And there's 3 paragraphs here. Hunter Biden has offered to testify publicly before the House Oversight Committee on December 13th, according to a letter obtained by Fox News. The president's son agreed to comply with the subpoena issued by House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, Republican of Kentucky, according to the letter sent to the committee Tuesday. But he is demanding that the testimony be public. The subpoena was for a closed-door deposition rather than a public hearing, sources told Fox News. Quote, "We have seen you used closed-door sessions to manipulate, even distort the facts and misinform the public. We therefore propose opening the door," Hunter's attorney, Abby Lowell, wrote. Quote, "If, as you claim, your efforts are important and involve issues that Americans should know about, then let light shine on the proceedings." Good enough, right? I mean, I've been saying this for months, that if they really want to get to the bottom of this, subpoena Hunter Biden, have him testify publicly. Get all of your questions asked publicly. There's no mistakes. There's no way to twist it. We'll know what the question was. We'll see the response. We'll see the lead up to the answer, and we'll hear the answer. We will know. We can judge for ourselves. We have the commonality of language among us. We can see how a person demurs or hems or haws, or it's not just a transcript. It is the way it is. But now that Hunter Biden has agreed to testify publicly, Republicans, this is so great. Republicans are now saying, oh, he's trying to obstruct. He's trying to sully our investigation by testifying publicly. Here's Congressman Ben Cline, a dipshit Republican congressman from Virginia. Nearby here on the West Virginia border. I believe it's a 6th district. And he's on Newsmax really tying himself in knots, explaining how Hunter agreeing to testify in a public setting is actually a cover-up. Watch this.
And Hunter Biden's attorney wanting to do this publicly. Again, the chairman of this committee, the Oversight Committee, saying, no, let's do this like the subpoena says, like the procedure says, behind closed doors, and then we can potentially do it publicly. Do you have a comment for that, Congressman?
Well, this committee is trying to get the facts, get to the bottom of the corruption that was going on in the Biden family between Hunter Biden and the rest of the family, and exactly follow the money to where it leads. And they're preparing a report to give to the Judiciary Committee. The Democrats are stalling. They've essentially sent the message to Hunter Biden that we will protect you if it's in public and for show. You won't have to give any facts. You won't have to give any information as you would in a deposition. because in a deposition, it takes hours and hours and hours. You ask the little questions that won't be kind of interfered with by counsel for the other side, by members from the other side who just want to play for the cameras. So that's what this is all about. It's about blocking, continuing to block Chairman Comer and this House of Representatives from finding out the facts for the American people.
That is Congressman Ben Cline joining us from the Capitol. Congressman, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Make that make sense. Ultimately, I think what is interesting here is that Ben Cline from Virginia is actually admitting that when Republicans have public witnesses under oath, that they're not getting any facts. Is that what Republicans would like us to believe? That public witnesses are of no use, of no value? They provide no efficacy for the investigation? Because if that's the case, I guess we can just jettison everything every Republican witness has said, right? Isn't that right, Ben Cline? You absolute dolt. The other element here that is, I guess, it's more important from a larger lens, but less important in the moment, is the fact that the Republicans are just bereft of talent. The bench of starters for the Republican Party is like B and C team. This is like the JV team starting on the bench for the pros. They're not ready. They're not good enough. They're not strong enough. They're not smart enough. They're not getting it done. Because even Republicans see the farce for what it is. Even Republicans are like, can we please, there's probably a smack print on my forehead as I did that. We'll have to see. We'll rewind together. I have no idea yet. But this is a problem in American politics, that Republicans are trying their best, and their best isn't even good enough for city council in some municipalities. This is a nightmare being foisted upon us because the party in power in the House of Representatives has a duty to do their jobs to benefit all of us, and all they're doing is focusing on nonsense and conspiracy in an effort to help Donald Trump get in office in 2025, to have him elected in 2024. Gross, stupid, dumb, feckless, cowards, idiots, shitbirds, as we said when I was in the Marine Corps. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Is there still a handprint on my forehead? That's the question of the day. Leave a comment below and tell me. That'll help juice up the algorithm. It'll trigger YouTube to share this channel with new people who can look at the handprint on my forehead. See what I did there? That is fantastic. If you want to help support my work, I would encourage you to do so. I would ask you to consider supporting my work, producing this work. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month. Hit the super thanks button, or even better, you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast and help support there. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, all of them. And I'd love to see you there at Dollemore. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. As always, take care of one another.